Welcome to the Stripped Podcast. This is your host, Allison Lassard. Let's get into it. So let's talk about something that most of us secretly are dealing with, but rarely say out loud. Why the fuck do we keep going back to the exact thing that hurts us? No, really. You know what I mean? Like the shitty habit, the person you know is bad for you, the obsessive thought loop, the craving, that like quick fix that feels, we'll put in quotes, good. It gives you a hit of pleasure or relief for a second, but it always ends up making you feel worse. If nothing else, it feels the same, but like it's certainly not getting better in a way that's sustainable. And you swear it's the last time. You're always like, nope, this is it. Like, I'm never going to do it. No, I'm done with it. And then there you are. You're like right back in it. Why? Okay, here's the deal. And I say this with love. We don't suffer from this, an addiction, a painful habit because we're weak or because we're broken. Like we suffer as humans. I'm not just talking about like a small group of us. Collectively, we suffer because we're literally mistaking where pleasure actually comes from. And in Buddhism, because I'm always offering a Buddhist lens on things because I practice Tibetan Buddhism, this is called ignorant desire, or even you could call attachment. Like you think something quote unquote out there, like outside of you, is going to give you the satisfaction that you're starving for. Like I said, the dopamine hit, the validation, the calm feeling, the high feeling. And then you organize your entire life around like chasing it. For example, I love coffee, right? Like I was just drinking it earlier and I buy the nice coffee that is more expensive and I'll buy the beans and then I'll grind them because it's more fresh and et cetera, right? Like I'll walk further to get it to like a good cafe around me. But like if the pleasure is coming from the coffee, like why doesn't every single person have that experience? Some people are allergic to it. Some people it gives them a headache. Some people get the, jitters from caffeine. Some people literally hate the taste of it. So is the pleasure coming from the coffee? No, you know what I mean? Like is the pleasure coming from your like ex-partner? I work with so many people that are obsessed with an ex and I get it. And also that's not always a good thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times it's just it's a mental habit if it's hurting you, particularly if it's causing you pain, which obsessive thoughts tend to do. But if the pleasure is coming from your ex, then again, is every person in the entire universe having the exact same experience of them all the time? No, some people don't find them attractive. Some people think they're an asshole. Some people think they're God's gift or whatever, but it's like, or their kids don't have any of that opinion at all. They see them as perfect or I don't know. Like in Buddhism, the world is not coming at us. It's coming from us, actually, from our mind and from our own karma. And that's why it requires like the perceiver to have the experience because like I said, everyone doesn't love coffee and everyone doesn't love your ex. So if we're mistaking where pleasure is coming from, then we really are ignorantly desiring things and chasing them, thinking that it's going to bring us relief when the relief actually has to happen in our own mind. We have to plant new seeds. We've got to like do the work from the inside out. And this isn't really what we're taught because what are, the kinds of advice that you normally get if you're struggling with a painful habit? Read a self-help book. I don't know, even if it's meditation, open up your Calm app and breathe for 10 minutes. Go to therapy. Like actually, for example, I work with a lot of people one-to-one in my coaching, mentorship practice. And the majority of these people come after therapy. And I'm a huge advocate. Like if you need therapy, go do it. It can offer self-awareness. It can give you some tools. Like I'm all for it, but it's not a cure-all, And so most of the people that come to me, whether it's about intimacy stuff or it's their spiritual practice or it's like a work money issue, they're coming and they're like, I did all these steps. Like I read the books, I listened to the podcasts, I breathe every day. I saw the therapist for 3 or 5 years or something. So why the fuck am I still struggling with this? And the reason is, the key is that number one, you've got to address what's happening at an unconscious, like a subconscious level within your mind. It's like first order change is understanding the problem. Second order change is getting in there at the subconscious level and actually shifting it there. That's what creates lasting changes. And in the Buddhist system, you've got to create new karma. Like if all you're experiencing is this negative shit that's causing pain, it didn't come from nowhere. The laws of karma are number one, like produces like Rocks come from rocks. Apple trees come from apple seeds. You don't get an orange tree from an apple seed. You don't get a lemon tree from an apple seed. You don't get, if you're planting love in your mind, you're going to get more love. If you're planting jealousy, anger, resentment, you're definitely getting more of that. Okay. Like produces like. Second law of karma, it expands, it grows. You're always getting a bigger result later. The third law of karma is that every cause brings a result. If you plant an apple seed, you're definitely getting an apple tree, right? Unless you, I don't know, have terrible conditions or whatever, but you're still getting some like result. You're not going to get an orange tree, you know? And the fourth law of karma is that if there's no cause, there is no result. So what does that mean? If you want to experience more, I don't know, a healthier relationship with a lover, then you're going to have to start to create mental impressions of you being more loving, more generous, more compassionate, more kind, more understanding. Like you've got to start embodying the qualities that you want to experience. And then for sure, you're getting a different result later. And same goes with like a healthier relationship with food or with substances. It doesn't matter. Like whatever it is, if you're getting a negative result, it came from somewhere. It didn't come from nowhere. And that's the most important thing that you have to understand with all of this. These habits, these addictions, these cravings, these compulsive thoughts or behaviors, they're not coming from nowhere. They're coming from a cause that you've created. So the key with all of this is that you have to take radical responsibility. And the thing with the stuff that I teach is that like the school of Buddhism that I study, which is the Gelugpa school of Mahayana Buddhism, it's radical, you guys. It's really fucking radical. It's like no victimhood consciousness at all. Like you go from like victim to full creator mode. And of course, that's not for everybody. And that doesn't, negate any experience that you had or make it invalid. It just means that if you understand that things aren't fixed in nature, the pleasure isn't always coming from the coffee because everyone doesn't love it. It's not coming from your ex because everybody doesn't love them. So if it's coming from us and everything is changeable, it's not fixed self-existently, right? Coming from the coffee itself, or else, again, everyone's having the exact same experience of it and they're not. So if it's coming from us, that means it can change for the better. That's the empowerment here. That's the thing I really want to drive home over and over again. And there is a way to purify these like negative karmas so that you stop, stress eating a bag of potato chips, because you're sad, from work shit, or you stop, I don't know, responding to the ex that is only ever reaching out to you after 11:30 p.m. and the sex is really good, but you're like, oh, this person's like so bad for me, unavailable, maybe they don't treat you well, whatever. And yet there you are. What are you doing? Like responding back, right? So we just have to be aware. Where are we catching ourselves? Are we drinking because we're enjoying that cup of wine? Or are we drinking because we're numbing out? Are we on social media scrolling because we're doing our business stuff? Or are we on there looking for validation and a dopamine rush and a hit of attention? Like the intention behind these things is so important. So this is where, again, purification comes in. And this is an ancient Buddhist methodology that actually, like I said, helps you change your mind and transform it at the root. This is not like love and light, fluffy shit like, oh, sounds good, but it's not actually doing anything. And that's why I mentioned the sort of Calm app. Listen, there's nothing wrong with doing the Calm app meditation stuff and taking deep breaths. It's fine. You will feel better probably temporarily. And I'm not saying that it's bad for you to do that, but that isn't going to change your karma. Not according to these principles, okay? So that's why it's fine. It's a great first step. But if you're like, I've already done those things and I'm realizing that it's not actually deeply transforming this pattern, I'm still feeling stuck, trapped, caught up in it. Again, I've done the therapy. Why am I still craving the thing? I've done the podcast, I've done the workbooks, I've done the journaling, I've done the inner child healing, blah, blah, blah. Those things are fine. I've read the books. They're fine. You can have awareness. You can have, a deeper knowing, and that's great. But like I said, you got to get in there at the root and truly purify what's going on in order to create a new karma to have a new result, right? So guess what? Good news. I am literally going to walk you through it for free for 30 days. We start on Tuesday, April 15th. I'm calling this 30-day meditation challenge the Purification Portal. because that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to purify these negative habits. Like I said, at the root in your mind. There is a whole process behind it. I explain everything in the welcome email, but you can get more details on the page where you sign up. What's included? It's literally one short meditation a day. It's about 12 minutes long. That's it. You only need to carve out that much time each day. And it's very simple, you guys. Like, sit your ass down, press play, listen to my voice, rinse and repeat. And you do that for a month. So if you're tired of being in fucking pain, like, life is suffering. First noble truth in Buddhism, life is suffering. But there's a cause to it. There's an end to it. And there is a path out. So if you know that you're just ready, you're like, I've had enough of getting sucked back into this painful shit and feeling controlled by it, it's your turn to take your control back. You can take the power back. Come do it with me. Do it with us. There are over 50 people signed up so far, it looks like. So you can join in for free at the link in the show notes or obviously on my website, AllisonLassard.com. We're starting really soon. Again, you don't have to just try harder, quote unquote. You need a new way to work with your mind, and this way does work. All right. Love you guys. I will catch you on the next one, and I hope to see you inside the meditation challenge. Ciao.